Auburn Blitz is now on the air, your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello again, everyone, and good Tuesday afternoon. Welcome into the latest edition of the Auburn Blitz. I am Andy Graham alongside Jim Hardy. We'll be with you for the next hour, taking your comments, taking your phone calls, talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics. SEC tournament going on right now in Hoover, Missouri, up on Ole Miss, 8-6. That one in the sixth inning. That's the first game. Today, Kentucky and Vanderbilt will be a little bit later. South Carolina and Texas, no. South Carolina and Tennessee will be at 4:30, and LSU and Oklahoma will be at 8 o'clock. Auburn will take on the winner of Oklahoma and LSU tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. So, looking forward to that. We'll see who Auburn's competition will be. And as far as moving forward after that, does Auburn already have a national seed? Have they already secured that? Do they need to win a couple of games in the SEC tournament? I don't know. That's a topic of debate. We'll love to hear from you, 256-234-6221. Let us know what you think about that. Auburn men's golf in the NCAA tournament in a regional in Athens taking place. It's round 2. Today you have 3 rounds of stroke play, and the top 5 teams after 3 days move on to Carlsbad, California to play in the final leg of the NCAA tournament. And right now, Auburn sits, let's see, they are third at 13 under. Vanderbilt right now is leading at 19 under. Louisville is second at 17 under. They're 10 under on the day, Louisville is. Auburn is 7 under on the day at 13 under. Charleston is 12 under. Georgia is 12 under, and Illinois is 7 under. So in there's 5 teams in double digits right now: Vanderbilt, Louisville, Auburn, Charleston, and Georgia. But we'll see. Auburn's still out on the course, so still got a chance to make some progress there. I'm sorry, Auburn's 6 under today. Louisville 7 under, Vanderbilt 12 under on the day. So having a really, really good day, the Vanderbilt Commodores. But again, just finishing in the top 5 will get you into the finals there in Carlsbad, California. That's certainly where Auburn wants to be. We'll talk about these much more. Again, love to hear from you, 256-234-6221. Be a part of the show. Today, we'll, of course, do our Ask Andy segment a little bit later, but here's some interesting numbers for you, Jim. You like statistics. I just started thinking about it. We talk a lot about, and there's a lot of talk about the roster, the cost of a roster now in college football. So, and it's only going up, but I went and looked, and there was an article, top 25 teams in college football over the last 5 years of recruiting rankings. All right, so just based on recruiting rankings, if you combine those and average them out, this is your top 25 teams in college football over the last 5 years. Alabama's number 1. They got the highest recruiting average. Georgia's number 2, Ohio State, Texas, Oregon, LSU, Notre Dame, Miami, Oklahoma, Texas A&M. That's your top 10. Your Auburn Tigers come in at number 16. Okay? Now, that's a little misleading in that because of the transfer portal, just because you brought in a top 5 class, who knows how many of those guys are there now?
Right.
5 years later. But for the, if you bring in that level of class, chances are you're bringing in transfers at, a pretty high level too. Mm-hmm. So, while these numbers aren't exact, they do balance out, I would think. Mm-hmm. Okay? All right, so the records over the last 5 years of these teams, Georgia is 65-7 over the last 5 years. They have done a lot with that talent. But if you go up and down the lineup, there's one team on here with the worst record over the last 5 years. Of the top 25 teams who have recruited the best the last 5 years, that would be your Auburn Tigers. You want to talk about a colossal failure?
Oh, sure. That shows you how one wrong move with a coach can make a difference.
2 wrong moves.
Yeah.
Arkansas. The Arkansas Razorbacks come in at number 25 as far as recruiting. Top 25 roster based on recruiting rankings over the last 5 years. The Arkansas Razorbacks have a record of 29-34 over the last 5 years. Auburn, 27-35. 27-35 compared to Arkansas's 29-34. Now, move that over. Push that to this year. Top 20. Now, I just asked ChatGPT. So I don't, it's hard to say these numbers are absolutely correct.
Right.
But I don't know if anybody truly knows the exact number of a roster, how much it costs. But these are the numbers from the interweb. ChatGPT says that the top 25 college football rosters in 2026, number 1, Texas at $48.1 million. Mm-hmm. You believe that?
Absolutely.
Number 2, Oregon at $43 million. Number 3, Ohio State, $42.1 million. Number 4, LSU at $41.7 million. Number 5, Miami at $40.6 million. Notre Dame at 6, $38.4 million. Alabama at 7, $38 million. Tennessee at 8, $36.8 million. I'm sorry, $36.3 million. Number 9, Texas A&M, $34.4 million. Number 10, Ole Miss, $34.4 million. Number 11, Georgia, $33.8. Michigan, $33.3. USC, $33.3. Oklahoma, $32.6. Florida, $32.3. South Carolina, $31.5. Texas Tech, $30.3. Clemson, $29.4. Washington, $28.4. Nebraska, $26.7. Penn State, $26.7. Mississippi State, $26.5. Colorado, $26. BYU, $25. And number 25, Auburn at $25.8 million. Do you buy that?
Yeah. I mean,
you think that's accurate?
Everything that I've seen numbers-wise so far in the last year, that's pretty accurate to the numbers I've seen.
So based on what we're getting out of our recruiting over the last 5 years,
right,
and based on the fact that we've got the 25th best roster as far as what we're paying for it, why should we expect to even compete in 2026?
That was the first thing that jumped out at me when you listed all the numbers of how much each team paid. You and I discussed the other day a 2014 playoff. Well, it would take you $25 million to get into a playoff with that right there.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm not trying to be Debbie Downer here. I'm just these are the facts.
This is
I mean, this is not.
That's what That's the whole conversation for 6 months now, and that's what I've been trying to get to with all these groups that are teams are being bought out by private equities and everybody else. Auburn, you go down and look at the top 5 of that list. Auburn will never compete with the money of Texas. Not going to happen.
Right.
Auburn's not going to compete with Nike money of Oregon. Not going to happen. I mean, like I said, that list continues. Ohio State, you're not going to compete with that money. LSU, that's an interesting story because I'd like to know where they're getting a lot of their money from, because it's not like they're sitting on oil or something down there that's funding this.
Right.
But you get where those numbers are. There's people that's got some donors that are pumping money in, and then Auburn, it's while we're a good team and a consistent team, the money, I mean, where are we going to get $50 million for a roster?
It's a good question, and I don't know the answer, but we'll see. It's going to come down to development of players, and can you get more certainly out of the talent that you have on? If you've got the 16th best talent that you brought in through recruiting, and you got by far the worst record, then that's certainly something that you can say, okay, well, that's why things are going to be different in 2026. You got a new coaching staff. They're going to coach these guys up. They're going to play so much better. Hopefully that'll be the case. But money-wise, if this is accurate, that's $25.8 million versus $48.1. That's a pretty big gap.
Sure.
That's a pretty big gap.
Yep.
All right, we got to take a break, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Looking for hometown service and name brands you can trust? Come to Presley Appliance and Furniture. From the best choice in appliances from Whirlpool, Maytag, Amana, and KitchenAid to home furnishings, Presley's is your one-stop shop for comfort and quality. And now we've added the Mattress Shop by Serta Simmons Bedding and top quality sheets and pillows from Caraloha. Shop Presley Appliance and Furniture on Cherokee Road in Alex City or online at PresleyAppliance.com. That's PresleyAppliance.com.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Berner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
At Southern Union State Community College, success isn't a solo journey. It's powered by something bigger. A herd of faculty, mentors, industry partners, and a community committed to helping you move forward. Whether you're earning a degree that prepares you for immediate entry into the workforce, transferring to a university, or learning a new skill, Southern Union helps you find your strength and run with it. Herd powered, performance driven. Southern Union State Community College. Apply today at suscc.edu.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes that are installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
Hillaby Towers is an affordable senior citizens community located in Alexander City on Highway 22 East. Spacious one-bedrooms are available now. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today to find out more information on Alexander City's best-kept secret, 256-329-0552. That's Hillaby Towers in Alexander City.
Summer's on, and Royal Furniture is ready to celebrate 80 years of providing our customers top brand furniture at the industry's best prices. And now you can save huge with the 80th anniversary sale. At Royal, you always qualify for Royal credit terms, now up to 60 months at 0%. Save huge now and pay later at Royal Furniture, Auburn, Prattville, and Montgomery.
It's a great day for a new Chevrolet.
Truck Month is now at Glenn Smith in Opelika. We've got fresh new Silverado 1500s and 2500 HDs arriving daily. Plus, you'll get 0% financing on Silverado 1500s right now. Drive Chevy Equinox models from 3.9 financing. But wait, that's not all.
Enjoy no payments for 90 days.
Check us out 24/7 at glennsmith.com.
Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Jim here with you, taking your comments, taking your phone calls, talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics. 256-234-6221 is our number. Give us a call. Let us know what's on your mind today. Hopefully we got your mic working now.
Yeah, I was just looking down on YouTube to check comments, and that's what two people had said on there. Wanted me to turn my mic on. I said, okay.
Well, hopefully, yeah, but it's just a technical difficulty. But I think we got it worked out. You can let us know if it's not. But talked a lot about, the numbers. Again, top for the last 5 years, just purely based on recruiting rankings, which with the transfer portal can be, a little misleading. But nonetheless, I think you get a pretty fair representation of what a roster's talent level is. Auburn comes in at number 16 in the country for the last 5 years, yet they have the worst record of the top 25. As far as the cost of the roster in 2026, Auburn comes in at number 25, according to ChatGPT. Now, is that an exact number? I don't know, but $25.8 million for a roster, that's pretty much what we're hearing.
That's still a lot of money.
That's pretty much what we're hearing. Whereas Texas is spending $48.1 million. That's number one. You got 5 teams spending $40+ million. You have, 6 through 17 are all spending somewhere between 30 and 39 million. And then you have Clemson coming in at 29, number 18 through number 25 spending somewhere between 25 and 29 million. So, what Ed says, you're finally coming to my side of the fence. So I'm just the question is, okay, you can look at it one of two ways, and then we'll go on. I said I wasn't going to talk about this, but I will. You can look at this one of two ways. Number one is, all right, how can we make Auburn? How can we get to Auburn to that 45 million? What can we do?
Right.
What is that going to take? Is that going to take more donations from guys like Jimmy Rain, guys like Tim Cook, or let's go beg the billionaires and the hundreds of millionaires, the Woltoses, all these people that have donated to Auburn over the years? Do we have to donate, do they have to pony up or to get us to that mark? Or do you look at this like, that is just so obscene, I don't know if I even want to care about this. So does this bring you in to make you more, invested in it, or does it turn you off? And I'm not sure that's not I'm kind of curious, because to be perfectly honest, to me, it kind of turns me off of it.
Sure.
But maybe I'm in the minority on that. I don't know.
No, there's all the sports, in general had kind of gone that way, especially like your baseball teams. You got guys on the upper end, the Braves and the Yankees and other people spending some big-time bucks. You got people on the other end that are not, and you see who's staying up there on top of the records all the time.
True.
And it's, I don't know, my mic was off earlier, so I don't know if everybody caught what I said to start with. But you look at that list you put together, all those top groups, especially the ones sitting on the top, Texas, you could imagine of the multi-millionaires and billionaires that live in that state that support Texas and would put that kind of number behind it. Auburn, Alabama doesn't have that because we got a divide there going on, where, like you said, you named off 4 people that could probably help Auburn. I bet Texas could name off 40 people that could help Texas.
True, that's probably true.
Yeah. And it's to the level of what you just said as well. Not only are the donors harder to find here for that amount of money, but it's also, we've heard it from the Charles Barkleys of the world and other people. I'm not giving them my money because I'll give him $1 million and next year he won't even be on the basketball team anymore.
And I'll say this and then we can move on, Jim, but there's one name that's not listed on either of these lists that is conspicuously absent.
Uh-huh.
You know who that might be?
An SEC team?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
Big Ten team.
Oh, Indiana. Yes.
Indiana.
Because now if
not in the top 25 recruiting over the last 5 years and has a roster below 25 million or 25.8 million at least.
That shows you last year what they put together with the money they had. This year they won't be at the top of that mountain peak anymore because people went in there and rated them and, got their players.
We'll see. If they're not, then Cignetti may be the best coach. He may be a better coach than Nick Saban. If Indiana's in the playoff again.
Once the movie, then the money ball starts to play. He's figured out a way through the metrics, as they call it, to figure out, okay, I can spend $250 and get the same player you can for $2 million.
Well, and it's evaluation as well. I mean, look, Auburn Mendoza was at Cal. And he came to Auburn, and everybody looked and said, that guy, he was pretty good. He was fine. Or Cignetti looked at him and said, hey, if I put a little bit of talent around him, he may win the Heisman.
Right.
Now, he probably didn't say
think that. Yeah.
But I bet he said he could lead us to the playoff.
Oh, there's no doubt.
It's exactly what he did. So,
anyway. It's a major difference in, there's a lot of great quarterbacks out there. We could probably list 20 now in the SEC that are good quarterbacks. With the right weapons around them, they're great quarterbacks.
Yeah. Well, but there's something extra about a guy that it's that quote unquote intangibles.
Sure.
That that goes beyond the physical, the leadership, and if you can, that's the part that you can see. If you can detect that and. That's the part that separates.
That's what I've always said about the game because I've coached it a bunch. I've been around it a bunch. I've watched a lot of it. You got a 50-yard wide field, 100-yard long, but the game to me is played in 3 inches, right between that quarterback's eyeballs. If he can look, as I've explained to kids before, look at that defense and find where the problem is. They're going to give you something on every play. You just got to find it. Mm-hmm. Those are your good ones. Those are your Peyton Mannings, your Archie Mannings, you go down the list. The brain, those guys, the Tom Brady's, he wasn't the fastest. They weren't scared of him in the NFL taking off running.
No.
He could figure it out.
Yeah. He was just a winner.
Yeah.
That's for sure. All right, don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after these messages.
Chick-fil-A is always the best option when you're on the go, but they are also great when it comes to planning your next event, from tailgating to birthday parties to weddings. Call Chick-fil-A Alexander City at 256-289-7955 for catering or order on the Chick-fil-A app. Make sure to choose the Alexander City location and have your catering order ready to go. Nugget trays, mac and cheese trays, fruit trays, cookie trays, gallons of our famous lemonade or tea, and chilled grilled chicken sub sandwiches, and a lot more options. Make it Chick-fil-A Alexander City for your next event.
For air that's cool and clean, call Sensi Green. For air that's cool and clean, we care about the air you breathe. Call Sensi Green.
Turn to the experts at Sensagreen and find out how to get up to $1,000 in carry or cool cash rebates. Visit Sensagreen.com today to be worry-free when it comes to your home comfort and indoor air quality.
For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe. Call Sensagreen.
Summer's on, and Royal Furniture is ready to celebrate 80 years of providing our customers top brand furniture at the industry's best prices. And now you can save huge with the 80th anniversary sale. At Royal, you always qualify for Royal credit terms, now up to 60 months at 0%. Save huge now and pay later at Royal Furniture, Auburn, Prattville, and Montgomery.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes. They're installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Verner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
Henderson & Coker is a premier custom general contractor located in central Alabama. With over 50 years of industry experience, Henderson & Coker has been crafting stunning custom residential and commercial spaces for families and businesses throughout Alabama and Georgia. If you're in the market for a top-of-the-line luxury home or specialized commercial work, contact the experts at 256-750-7383 and check them out on the web at hendersonandcoker.com.
Join the 43rd Alabama State Games, June 12th through 14th, 2026. Compete in Olympic-style events and support Alabama youth sports. Discover the power of sports. Registration opens March 1st at alagames.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Jim here with you. About 30 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. We are brought to you each and every day by Sensagreen Heating, Cooling, and Insulation for air that's cool and clean. Call on Sensagreen. Also, the Glenda Mitchell Law Firm for all your personal injury needs. Give her a call today, 334-604-7927. And finally, J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation. No job's too big, no job is too small, commercial or residential, for all your needs. J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation. Okay, now it's time for our regular Tuesday segment of Ask Andy. I'm hesitant today, but
out of all these months of doing it, how can you be hesitant now?
I shall do the best I can.
Okay. Well, as we all know, this is the greatest segment in sports history.
True.
Everybody in the media tunes in around this time on Tuesdays to find out what Andy's going to say to the proposed questions that are brought to him each Tuesday.
Yeah.
So all of you out there that are locked in, today's questions is we're going to take the 16 SEC teams. I'm going to give them to you one at a time, and you tell me what vehicle best represents that team. So I'm going to give you an example so you got somewhere to go with it.
Okay.
This would have been what I wrote down for Auburn, in my mind.
Right.
I'm thinking Auburn's a Ford Bronco.
Are we talking about like recent history, or are we talking about like
all time?
All time.
All time.
Okay.
Yeah, like when the word Texas pops up on the screen, what car does it? You go, boy, that's so and so. Well, like I said, for Auburn, for me, I put them down as a Ford Bronco. It's a classic, nice, rough, tough. Get out there and go through the mud and handle things. Well, this is also what I put with it. It appears solid, tough from a distance, but often needs new parts just to keep running. Does that describe Auburn?
That's pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to give them to you, and you give us what you think when this name pops to you or this team. What are you going to give us as far as Arkansas? What vehicle represents Arkansas?
Arkansas Razorbacks. Let's see. I would say Arkansas seems like. We talking just football?
Yes, just football, straight up football.
Yeah. I see Arkansas as kind of a Pontiac LeBaron. They have, you look at it and you think, hey, that's a really nice car, but then you the longer you look at it and the longer you're around it, you think, they're really holding a whole lot to it. So, they've had moments. There was a brief moment in time where they were that was the car to have, but
and then it faded.
And then it faded pretty quick.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, give me some Vanderbilt Commodores.
Ooh, boy. The Vanderbilt Commodores, that would be like a I think that'd be like a Chevette. It might get you where you're going, but chances are it's going to be a rough ride.
It'll probably break down in the end.
Probably.
Yeah. Yeah, they are number 16 all time. That's what I'm going off of the list.
Just not a Chevelle, a Chevette. Okay.
I'm going off a list of all-time wins for them. They were number 16 in the SEC.
Yeah, not good.
Texas A&M. What do they remind you of?
Ooh, boy, Texas A&M. Texas A&M, let's see, they are a souped-up Chevrolet. They are a souped-up Chevrolet. What was the
car, truck?
The truck. What was the
Silverados?
Silverado.
Yeah.
They are a souped-up Silverado.
Okay.
Because they think they're better than they are.
Right.
But when it comes down to it, they're just a plain old.
Just a pretty solid truck.
Yeah, they're just a really good solid truck.
That makes sense. All right, give me some Tennessee Volunteers.
Tennessee Volunteers. Tennessee, they've had moments. Let's see, they I don't know. I kind of see they're one of those Midland teams that's kind of maybe hard to get a handle on.
Yeah. I mean, you got a wide range out there. You can give them a truck, a bus, a four-wheeler. I mean, are they a moped? Are they?
Yeah, a moped. I'll say.
I'll tell you one. I'll throw at you while you're thinking.
Okay.
I would represent them as an ice cream truck. You hear the bells and the whistles, and you hear the balls coming, but then in the end, they just melt.
Well, yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
It's been a while since they were in style too. It's been a while since they won a national championship or even been relevant. Here the last few years they have, but I don't know. I'm having a hard time with them. I'm going to say Tennessee's more like a kind of like a Mustang.
Okay.
They're a good they're a good sports car, but they're not in the class of.
They're not in the Lambos.
They're not. No.
Yeah.
They're for the money.
Yeah.
They're probably a pretty good sports car, but they're not gonna wow you or anything.
Okay, I'll give you one more before you go to break. The
All right.
South Carolina Gamecocks.
Ooh, boy, South Carolina Gamecocks.
What kind of vehicle would you put a Gamecock in?
I would say they are a Toyota Camry. They are extremely reliable, but they are about as milquetoast as it gets.
There you go.
All right.
All right.
All right, we got to take a break, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
I'm Joseph Dean with Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation in Dadeville. We're located at 16797 Highway 280, which is on the corner of 280 and 49 North. With an on-site crematory in Opelika and a cemetery in Tallapoosa County, we are a full-service funeral home. To get in touch with us, feel free to come by or call us, 256-750-0381. And for any other questions, you can visit the website at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
Call on Kevin Kill and Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin. Comfort for life.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
The all-new Winter Timber is now open. Located right next to the Walmart Market across from the Auburn Mall. If the outdoors is your lifestyle, Winter Timber is your new headquarters. From rifles, ammo, and hunting supplies, camo, and all the outdoor essentials, they've got it in stock and ready for you. Winter Timber is here to serve Auburn, Opelika, and the entire Lake Martin area, and they'll make the drive worth it. For the best selection and the best service in outdoor gear, one name says it all. Winter Timber, the best in outdoor needs.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama. Summer's on, and Royal Furniture is ready to celebrate 80 years of providing our customers top brand furniture at the industry's best prices. And now you can save huge with the 80th anniversary sale. At Royal, you always qualify for Royal credit terms, now up to 60 months at 0%. Save huge now and pay later at Royal Furniture, Auburn, Prattville, and Montgomery.
Lake Martin Mobile Detailing is the #1 auto and boat detailing company in Central Alabama. Don't trust your vehicle or boat to just anybody. Hire the professionals. Top-of-the-line ceramic coating, detailing, gel coat restoration, and paint correction gives you the options to take care of your boat or vehicle the right way. Located on Highway 63, just about 2 miles from Highway 280 in Alexander City, Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have you riding in style. Call them today at 256-794-2328.
Don't get stuck in the heat.
Right now, get your AC tune-up for as low as $49. And if your system's older, now's the time to upgrade. Choose your system, and we'll level you up at no extra cost. Hurry! Limited systems available. Call Dixie, and it's done.
When you want quality, selection, price, superior financing, and a pain-free buying experience, look no further than Sons Automotive Group of Montgomery and Auburn. Sons of Montgomery offers the best selection of Kias, Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks. Conveniently located on Eastern Boulevard, Sons Ford of Auburn is the region's Ford volume dealer. And when you shop at any Sons location, they will maximize all incentives and financing options for anyone's credit. Whether Kia, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram in Montgomery, or Ford in Auburn, Sons Automotive treats you like family because they are family driven.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Jim here with you. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. Only about 20 more minutes left in today's program. 256-234-6221 is our number. Give us a call. Let us know what's on your mind, or dial us up on the our Facebook page or our YouTube page and comment away. And we'd love to interact with you in some way if that be possible. I always like to remind you about Pepper Tree Steaks and Wines. Great place to get some great food in the Montgomery or Auburn area. And they got daily lunch specials. They got specials to cater your next event, whatever it might be. Got a little bit of everything there at the store. Go and check them out today. Their website, steaksnwine.com. It's just the letter N, steaksnwine.com. Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine on Pepper Tree in Montgomery and on East Glen in Auburn. Okay.
All right. Before I start the next one, I'm going to hit a YouTube comment.
All right.
That sums up why we do the whole segment.
All right.
Mike says Andy is an encyclopedia.
There you go.
See, there's the reason we have the segment.
It's a poor one, but it is yeah.
All right. Tell us an Oklahoma Sooner. What does that remind you of? What type of vehicle? To me, it's kind of the wagon, they roll out there,
Yeah, that's true. The old Boomer Sooner.
Mm-hmm. So all the years of the Tough Oklahoma program, they are, number 2 nationally at 944 wins overall.
Yeah, very traditional. Back in the 50s, and of course, they had some really, really great runs. Had some great runs in the 80s. I will say Bob Stoops was very, very good. I will say Oklahoma is just like a really classic Corvette.
Okay.
They're the real deal, and they're probably good in any time.
How about a Mississippi State Bulldog?
Mississippi State Bulldogs. Now that is a good Ford Ranger. A two-wheel drive Ford Ranger. They are.
Never leave the road or spit it out.
They will again. It will. It'll haul, but I wouldn't try to pull much with it.
So you're trying to say if they ever leave the confines of Starkville, they're spinning out. They don't do much.
Yeah, probably. Let me say a two-wheel drive Ford Ranger with ball tires. Okay.
All right, let's go to the Bengal Tigers, LSU.
Whew, boy, LSU.
What kind of sporty vehicle is that?
They are. It's hard, my boy. It's hard to kind of get a grasp on them. What people don't really realize is LSU didn't do hardly jack squat until the 2000s.
Right.
They were inconsistent and didn't really be a drop until in the 90s. But I will say, however, they are a powerful and they've got a good fan base. So they're kind of like a they're kind of like a They're kind of like a Kawasaki Ninja motorcycle. You know, they will fly if it's right, if it's tuned right.
Yeah.
It's like a rocket, but it spends most of the time in the shop. Truth be known.
That's one way to think of them.
Okay.
I never thought of it that way. All right, give me a Florida Gator.
Florida Gators, there again, beautiful campus, but you know how many SEC titles they had before Steve Spurrier got there?
Much of nothing.
A big fat zero.
Mm-hmm.
So a team, a Johnny-come-lately team, the Florida Gators.
They'd be one of the new and upcoming vehicles?
I would say, yeah, they're new and upcoming. But again, when it's right, they're like a DeLorean.
Oh wow!
I mean,
take you back to the future.
Almost, yeah. Just look at it. Oh my goodness, this is something crazy. Classic, great lines, looks great, but if you're not careful, it will
end up in a year you don't want to be in.
Yeah, you'll end up in the past. Just thinking about the past. Yeah.
We got. I'm gonna give you 4 to go. All right,
okay.
Give me a Texas.
Texas, boy, they think they're better than they are.
Do they fit into the categories of the Escalades or the Lambos or the, big time stuff?
They probably do.
Because they got that Lambo dealership right there off the campus, and they're giving them away over to players.
Oh, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're not a Lamborghini, I don't think. But I would say they're like a big Cadillac. I'd say they're a Cadillac Escalade.
Okay.
I would say that.
That's a pretty smooth ride. They look good and got a good ride.
Full. I mean, it's more than you want to pay, but I mean, right now that you're getting what you pay for.
Well, yeah, 48. What'd you call it out earlier? $48 million.
Yeah,
you getting the Escalade. All right, we got 2 when we come back.
All right, don't go anywhere. One final segment of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, TAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
Summer's on, and Royal Furniture is ready to celebrate 80 years of providing our customers top brand furniture at the industry's best prices. And now you can save huge with the 80th anniversary sale. At Royal, you always qualify for Royal credit terms, now up to 60 months at 0%. Save huge now and pay later at Royal Furniture, Auburn, Prattville, and Montgomery.
Bundle your home and auto and save money with State Farm's personal price plan. Contact State Farm agent Ron Carroll today at 256-378-6631 or visit him on Highway 280 in Childersburg. Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer availability. Eligibility may vary.
For air that's cool and clean, call Sense Green. For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Sense Green.
Turn to the experts at Sensagreen and find out how to get up to $1,000 in carrier cool cash rebates. Visit Sensagreen.com today to be worry-free when it comes to your home comfort and indoor air quality.
For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Sense Green.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Sign Source is your local vendor for commercial and residential sign manufacturing and installation. We offer all kinds of lighted and non-lighted signage, from retail signs, LED message centers, event banners, vehicle wraps, the whole spectrum. We also offer service and repair on existing signs, as well as retrofitting to LED or installation of outsourced signage. We have the knowledge necessary to fulfill all of your signage needs in the short or long term. Visit signsourcenow.com to get started.
Buying a home or property can be the biggest investment of your life. The Wisdom Firm is licensed to close any property purchase in the entire state of Alabama. The office is on both Bent Creek Drive in Auburn and Highway 49 South at beautiful Lake Martin. The Wisdom Firm has you covered. Give Travis and his team a call at 334-826-0722 or check them out at www.auburnlegal.com for all your real estate closing needs. No representation is made that the quality of legal services is greater than the quality of legal services made by other attorneys.
Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
Welcome back, everyone, to the final segment of the Auburn Blitz on this Tuesday afternoon. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. We are kind of wrapping things up here, but playing a little Ask Andy.
Ask Andy and produce your best vehicle that you can think of when you guys out there
vehicle that best describes teams in the SEC.
Right. Okay. So if you want to play along, stick it on Facebook, YouTube, and let us know. He's got 2 teams to go.
Yeah.
He's about to give us what he thinks best represents the Crimson Tide, University of Alabama. What vehicle? I mean, I could think of some ratty things to come up with for that bunch.
Well, if it was just me, I would say, a Pinto or something derogatory. But if I'm being honest, I would say, I would say I think it would be the Mercedes.
Mercedes, okay.
Yeah.
Since Saban sells so many of them.
Well, it would be something that a very expensive, very high quality automobile that I have no interest in owning.
There you go. Now you summing it up.
That it's out of my price range, but
even if you had the money, you don't.
I would buy something else.
Right.
Yeah,
it's just an icky feeling.
It's not my taste.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go. Very last one. The Auburn Tigers. What kind of vehicle best describes them in your mind?
I don't think there's any doubt they're the Ford F-150.
There you go.
They're solid. They're dependable. They are a good-looking automobile.
Yeah.
But hadn't sold a whole lot here lately. They got maybe time for a rebrand or something.
Scooted up in a
redesign.
The Ford 350.
Yeah.
A little bulkier version.
Yeah, a little. Might want to, you know.
So we're
try to
going
up
from
it a little bit.
in your numbers of money spent. If we're spending 15 mil on a 150, we need to bump it up into 35 mil to get that Ford 350.
I think it's dually. Yeah.
Go out there and rip some tires.
We're going to need to do something to up our game a little bit.
Oh, ain't no doubt.
For
if
sure.
If we're going to get on the road with these other vehicles you've described, we're going to have to upgrades.
Yeah. All right, it is May the 19th. On this day, the NFL adopts an annual draft from college football, which would begin in 1936 and has been going ever since. On this day in 1937, Secretariat won the second leg of the Triple Crown, the Preakness, in 1 minute and 54 seconds, the fastest Preakness time in the history of the race.
Wow.
Secretariat was a freak of nature. Happy birthday today, Bill Fitch, former NBA coach, I believe with the Celtics. Pat Roach.
Yes, I know that one.
No, he was a British wrestler, but have you ever seen Raiders of the Lost Ark?
Yes.
Very famously, he is the guy that got in a fight, with Harrison Ford and ended up getting caught in the plane propeller. Very famously, a famous death scene. If you'll remember that, they were in the desert after they had found the ark, and he was punching him and fighting him, and the plane was spinning around, and the propeller got him in the back. And so that was Pat Roach. Yeah.
Okay.
Curly Neal of the Globetrotters, born on this day, 1942, died in 2020, unfortunately. Peter Mayhew. A lot of the sci-fi geeks out there know exactly who Peter. Chewbacca.
Oh, no.
Born on this day, 1944.
I never got that one.
Died in 2019. Pete Townsend of The Who.
Okay.
Born on this day, 1945. Andre the Giant. Happy birthday, Andre the Giant. Born on this day, 1946. Died tragically in 1993. He was a big fellow.
Biggin.
Archie Manning. You mentioned Archie a little bit earlier today. Archie Manning, the pater of the Manning clan. 1949. Dusty Hill of ZZ Top.
Okay.
Born on this day, 1949. Died actually in 2021. Phil Rudd, drummer of AC/DC. Born on this day, 1954. Bill Laimbeer of the Detroit Pistons. One of the mean, just brutes in the NBA. Back when you could foul guys into the stands and fight, and he and Charles Barkley used to go at it. So it was great. Bill Laimbeer, one of a kind for sure. London Fletcher, linebacker in the NFL for many years. Great name too. I just always liked London Fletcher. Born on this day, 1975. Kevin Garnett of the NBA won a title with the Celtics. 1976, and George St. Pierre, UFC fighter. Born on this day, 1981.
Disappointed 2 days in a row, no female.
I can't do anything about it. All right, final check on the golf. Vanderbilt sits at 22 under, number one right now.
Goodness.
In the Athens Regional. Louisville, they were 15 under today. Vandy went out and killed it, man. Louisville is 19 under. Auburn sits now at 14 under, 7 under on the day. Georgia is 13 under, 8 under on the day. Charleston is 13 under, 12 under on the day. So there's your top 5 teams: Vanderbilt, Louisville, Auburn, Georgia, and Charleston. BYU right outside the top 5 at 11 under. So we'll see what happens with that. They'll got one more day of stroke play, and hopefully Auburn will move on. Missouri up 10-8 on Ole Miss in the 8th inning at the SEC tournament. Auburn plays tomorrow night, the winner of LSU and Oklahoma. That's going to wrap it up for us. Thank you so much for being with us. He's Jim. I'm Andy. So long for now, everybody. We'll talk again soon.